Yo, yo, what's up, good people, friends of the channel? It's your boy, Foots the King. This is a Cowboys Nation channel. This is a primary Cowboys channel, but for this situation, I wanted to go ahead and do a 2-round mock draft. All 32 teams, I wanted to come at it in GM mode, kind of what I would do with a plan with this mock draft. If you're new to this channel, I do a bunch of breakdowns on the games, on prospects, a bunch of cool things. Just kind of just my little thing. I'm a drummer, I'm a producer, and I just love music and I just love football, and I think the two go hand in hand. And thank you guys for everyone who has subscribed to this channel, who has subscribed and checked out my music on the internet. This hat's irritating me. Let me tighten this hat. This is my boy's clothing line, by the way. Entrepreneur. The hats are pretty dope. And so, with all that said, this is a 32 round, a 32 team mock, 2 rounds. Listen, it's April 1st. We locked in draft season, y'all. 27 days till the draft comes up, and let's see what we have here. Oh, before I say that, randomly breaking news, but UConn girls just lost to Mississippi State. That's actually what I was up doing. I kept putting I was doing a bunch of research on this mock draft, looking at it, seeing what I would do, seeing how I would go about it. And sure enough, I got caught up watching this game, and they lost. And Dak Prescott's at the game going crazy, but you guys really don't care about that. You guys want to talk football. So, what I'm going to do is, if you look in the description box, the mock draft is in there, all the picks for the first 2 rounds. And I'm just going to highlight kind of the picks that might make you guys say, that doesn't make much sense, or I like this pick, or Foots doesn't know what he's talking about. He's a Cowboys homer. He's a hater, whatever. So let me know. Jump in the description box. I mean, not the description box. We'll jump in the description box, look at the prospects, and then jump in my comments. Let me know what you guys think. I always comment back. Anybody who follows this channel knows that. So let me know what you guys think. So pick number 1, first round, obviously it's Myles Garrett. He loves to compete. He went out at his pro day. He killed it again. He killed the combine. Power, speed, willingness, just he's a complete player. And if you look at Cleveland now, what they're going to be able to do with a player like this, with Danny Shelton, with Agba that they drafted last year, another good edge player, and has some linebacker ability, with Jamie Collins, that defense quietly is going to become something good, I think, because teams are going to want to double Myles Garrett, so Agba should be able to get some touches. I mean, should be able to get some sacks, so I think this is a great pick. Scrolling down a little bit, this one might surprise you guys. Jacksonville needs to get people in the stands. So I gave them Deshaun Watson. Now, people saying, well, Blake Bortles, he puts up a bunch of good numbers. Yes, he does, but he hasn't been winning games. And for some reason, when it comes to Blake Bortles, he throws interceptions at weird times. I know a bunch of people who try to get him as a fantasy pick, as a steal. And so that's how you kind of learn about these players around the league. And I don't know if Jacksonville is all the way sold on Blake Bortles. You're thinking of a small market. You're thinking of a team and a franchise who needs to get their fans excited. What better way to do that than grab a Deshaun Watson? Now, I don't think that Deshaun Watson is first round ready. But the problem is, quarterbacks always get pushed up, number 1. Number 2, he does have that winning pedigree. Some quarterbacks just know how to win. He played SEC football. I think this is a great pick for the Jacksonville Jaguars, because at the end of the day, I don't think that management is really tied to Blake Bortles or that coaching staff. So that's just my opinion on that one. I thought that would be a good pick for them. San Diego gets Corey Davis. They're going to try to maximize Phillip Rivers. His last couple years, he's still playing at an elite level. And San Diego hasn't really had a major, like, number 1 type receiver. They have Keenan Allen, but he's more of a possession guy. I think that even though you have a guy in Corey Davis who hasn't really participated in the draft process, I still do believe that when it's all said and done, Corey Davis will be the first wide receiver off the board. When it comes to me, I trust the tape, and you just see explosiveness, you see great hands, and you see great route running, and you see speed. He's not Laquan Treadwell, so don't worry about that. Mike Williams is more Laquan Treadwell than Corey Davis, but Mike Williams is a good player as well. But I just like Corey Davis a lot. Moving down, I gave the Washington Redskins Zach Cunningham. Listen, Zach Cunningham has kind of been like the forgotten guy in this draft. I think he is a stud, and I'm a Cowboys fan. I would be pissed if the Skins did end up drafting Zach Cunningham, but nonetheless, I do think that he is a very good player, and I think that if the Skins did draft him, they would have a guy who's sideline to sideline, can cover, can blitz, can do a bunch of things. Maybe we can go back up. The Leonard Fournette to Carolina, I've seen it mocked everywhere. The fact of the matter, it just fits. Because I don't like Leonard Fournette with a lot of teams that I've seen him like. If let's say, for example, the Jets, I don't think that that's a good fit for him there because you got to understand, 8 men in the box, Leonard Fournette's not going to be able to get off. I think they would go like they did, MARSHON, LATTIMORE, and just continue to try to fix that defense. Obviously, they need quarterback help, but no quarterback in this draft. They might as well just suck for Sam Darnold because Sam Darnold is better than pretty much everybody in this draft. Every quarterback in this draft, the USC quarterback, the USC freshman, is better than every quarterback in this draft. So I don't think Leonard Fournette is a good fit in New York. I don't think he would change the world there. I like MARSHON Lattimore there better. Some of you Philly fans watching this, well, number one, you probably hate the fact that I'm a Cowboys fan, but number two, you're like, why would we get John Ross? We just got, what's my boy's name? You guys just got the Torrey Smith, and you guys just got Alshon Jeffries. Well, the fact of the matter is, you're not married to Alshon Jeffries, and I believe now that teams, if you have any type of wide receiver need, you're going to look at John Ross. He blew up the combine, and he does have production. His tape is good. The fact of the matter is, if you got one speed guy, why not have two? You know, more weapons for Carson Wentz, the better. Indianapolis getting Christian McCaffrey. This is strictly just to help Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck needs playmakers around him. I love T.Y. Hilton, but if you had a Christian McCaffrey, that would open things up a lot for that offense, help Andrew Luck out a lot, screens, dump-offs, and you have a guy, Christian McCaffrey, who honestly, he's moved up the board to me to be my top-rated running back just because of the way the NFL has changed. And if you have a coach who knows how to use a running back out of the backfield, Christian McCaffrey is your guy. And he's complete. He can run between the tackles, so I like Christian McCaffrey a lot going to Indianapolis. Going down a little bit, I have Dallas taking T.J. Watt, number 28. I just think that's like a Rob Marinelli special. T.J. Watt, at first, I was kind of thrown off because I'm thinking to myself, is he really good or is it his last name? Well, the fact of the matter is it's a little bit of both, but I do see a player with extreme hustle and kind of that flexibility. So in this system, what I would do is I wouldn't have his hand in the dirt every play. I would have him as my weak side, kind of like how Kyle Wilber plays for the Cowboys, make him my weak, and then allow him to put his hand in the dirt on pass rush situations, on passing downs. I want him to get after the quarterback. I think he has a good first step. I think he's a very smart player, and he doesn't give up on plays. I like T.J. Watt a lot. Moving into the second round, Cam Robinson goes to Cleveland. I think that's somewhere that... Oh, hold on. Before we get to that, I actually did have a pick that will probably stir up some things. Pat Mahomes to Cleveland, number 12 overall. I think that this would be where, I forget the coach's name, a Hugh Jackman a pick. Just because I think that he would look at Pat Mahomes and say, I think I'm the guy that can tame him. You know, if you watch Pat Mahomes' film, he's all over the place. But the fact of the matter is his ball placement is extremely good for him to be all over the place, for his feet to be so wild, for, you know, him not to really have taken snaps under center. He still throws a very good ball. He still has very good arm talent, and he just has something about him where I can't cut the tape off. I like Pat Mahomes a lot. Okay, so you guys chew that up. Haason Reddick to the Arizona Cardinals. I think that makes a lot of sense for them. Kind of that Carlos Dansby type of mold. I think. And listen, Haason Reddick nobody's helped himself more than Haason Reddick. I think another pick that you guys may just finally say, well, the Giants, I would love for them to do this because when I watch Jarrad Davis, even though he's a little smaller, his tape, he's like that London Fletcher mold. His tape just jumped out at me. Just a guy who finishes strong, just knows how to play football. It's not all about measurables for me. It's about the tape. And Jarrad Davis from Florida is a great linebacker. The Giants have needed a linebacker since I was born, since freaking Lawrence Taylor left the NFL, since I forget the other linebacker they had. But the fact of the matter is they need a linebacker. This is the linebacker special that they need to draft. Interesting picks in the second round. I have the Panthers shoring up their back end with Obi Melifonwu. I have Philly getting a good corner in Tre'Davious Wright, and that would be White. That would be extremely good value to get him in the second round. I have Detroit getting Derek Rivers. I love him. I have Miami getting Fabian Moreau, UCLA corner with extremely good hips. And I have the Dallas Cowboys drafting Teez Tabor. This is a good one because, again, you know, Teez right now is getting a lot of flack for his 40 time, blah, blah, blah. I get it, but the fact of the matter is if you watch the tape, trust your eyes. Teez Tabor doesn't get beat a lot. He has a feel for the game. Yes, he does get beat by speed guys, but you know what? All these guys with this quote-unquote great pedigree and this great technique, and they ran these great 40s. The fact of the matter is I can cut on a Dory Jackson tape, and I have a Dory Jackson's getting burnt down the field. And he's one of the fastest corners in this draft. So don't tell me that just because Teez Tabor ran a slow 40 that he's not a good player. It's false. And then rounding that out, I had Houston taking Budda Baker. He fell for me. I just want to switch things up. Everybody who knows me knows that I want Dallas to draft Budda Baker, but if they don't, you know, that will be that. So let me know what you guys think. Green Bay grabs Dalvin Cook. I think that would be a great place for him to go with Eddie Lacy, obviously, moving on to Seattle. So this is my last mock draft, and this is just my thoughts. Again, this is the time of the year where it's going to be the sources are saying, or you're going to have a draft pick, you know, maybe pull a Dak Prescott. You know, Dak Prescott hurt his draft stock last year. A lot of people don't remember he had that DUI. Thankfully, he hurt his draft stock because he fell to the Cowboys. But the fact of the matter is this is going to be the sources say time of year. This is going to be the trade rumors are going to get ramped up. This is going to be all of those things are going to happen. I'm just ready for the draft. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen. Again, this is a very deep draft, but I think that teams need to have a plan. So I attack this mock draft with teams having a plan. You know, maybe teaming a guy with a veteran to try to maximize the end of his career like I did with, you know, Corey Davis going to San Diego. Little things like that. You know, Oakland getting Quincy Wilson. He's very physical. He has that Oakland type of brash. Just little things like that I tried to do with this one. So it's your boy Foots the King. Thank you guys for visiting this channel. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of this mock draft. Peace.